Florida added almost 200,000 new residents last year. 200,000. There's an entire mid sized city just showing up at the state line going, "Hey, where's the barbecue?" Hi, I'm Juliana. I sell land in Florida. Stick with me for the next 11 minutes and I will tell you everything I wish people knew before they accidentally became my customer. Before I get into the real estate stuff, let me hit you with 5 Florida facts that I love telling people. The version of Florida most people have in their heads is wrong. Wrong in a fun way. Florida has more freshwater springs than any other place on planet Earth. Not the country, the planet. Over 1,000 documented springs, pumping out more than 10 billion gallons of clean water every single day. The water comes out of the ground at 72 degrees year round, which means in summer it feels like a slap in the face, and in winter it feels like a hug. Many of them are right where I sell land. Florida has more golf courses than any other state in America. 1,262 of them, according to the actual people who count golf courses. That is 31% more than California, which is in second place. Florida is so committed to golf that we built one entire town around it, name it the Villages, and gave them residents little custom carts. The carts have headlights. People drive them to dinner. This is a real place. Sandhill cranes, real birds, 4 feet tall. They walk around like they own the place. They will not hurt you, they will judge you. If you live in inland Florida, eventually you look out at the window and there will be a 4 foot tall bird looking back at you. That is just a Tuesday in the state. Feature, not a bug. Florida is the only state in the lower 48 with two completely separate coastlines. The Atlantic on one side, the Gulf on the other. Different temperatures, different fish, different vibes. Floridians know which one they prefer and they will fight you about it. Do not get involved. There are no winners. Most of Florida is not the beach. The interior of this state is forests, ranches, lakes, springs, blueberry farms, and quite rural counties where the gas station also sells boiled peanuts. If you have only seen Florida from a hotel balcony or a theme park line, you have only seen about 10% of it. The other 90% is the part I sell, and the part you have probably never heard about. Now, I'm going to tell you why all of this matter more than you think. This is the section that is not a sales pitch, not a hype line, not a guru thing. Just real numbers from real sources. I'll be specific so you can fact check me on your phone while I keep talking. Florida is the third most populous state in the country. We just passed New York, which I'm sure was a very normal moment for everyone. Since 2020, Florida has added almost 2 million new residents, 8.2% growth. We were the fastest growing state in the entire country over those 4 years. Beat Texas, beat Idaho, beat the state of everybody else combined. In just the last 12 months, Florida added another 196,000 people, second most of any state, behind only Texas, which we love but cannot beat in any category that involves space. Here's what that means in plain English. Every single one of those people needs somewhere to live. They need land. They need housing. And here's the punchline. The supply of land in Florida is the same as it was 100 years ago. We are not making any more of it. Trust me, I've checked. The coast is mostly built out. Coastal home insurance is up 42% since 2020, which is the kind of bill that makes people start typing rural inland Florida into Google at 11 o'clock at night. So, where is everybody going? Inland. The inland counties, the ones I work in, are the next chapter, St. Johns County. The next county over from where I sell has grown almost 25% since 2020. Lake County is up over 17%. These are not small numbers. These are demographic earthquakes happening in slow motion. Here's the most useful thing I can tell you. The Florida housing market actually got a little softer this past year. Average home values are down about 4% statewide, so two things are true at the same time. Buying conditions right now are gentler than they were a year ago, and the demand pressure underneath has not budged. This is what economists call a window. Windows close. Why undeveloped land specifically? Why not buy a house? Why not buy a condo? Why dirt? 3 reasons, and they are all genuinely fun. You can build whatever the county lets you build. Most of my parcels are zoned residential, which means a single family home is on the table whenever you're ready. Dream house, tiny home, the kind of cabin where you write a novel and then never published. Whatever the situation calls for, the land is sitting there, patient, waiting for you to get around to it. You can visit, you can walk it, You can set up a folding chair on your land and stare at the sky for 2 hours, which is scientifically one of the most underrated activities a human can do. I cannot scientifically prove that, but I have done it and it felt great afterwards. You can save it. You can hold it for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You can pass it down. You can use it as the place where eventually someday you decide to build the thing. There's no clock on raw land. The land does not care if you're ready. It's just there, being yours. That is the part nobody talks about. Land is one of the very few things you can buy that does not require you to do anything with it. It does not need maintenance, it does not need insurance in most cases. It just sits there, being yours, while 200,000 new neighbors arrive in the state every year and start looking around for somewhere to put themselves. So, how do you actually buy land from me? Boring section, you might think. I disagree, because this is the part that genuinely changes things for people. You do not need a bank. I do owner financing, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm your bank. You pay me directly. There's no credit check, no loan officer, no 4 week underwriting process where they ask why you have a Costco membership. You do not need to send 3 years of tax returns. I'm not writing your biography. I'm just selling you land. $249 down, $199 a month, 0% interest. I approve buyers the same day they reach out. On a typical parcel, you fully own the land in about 5 to 6 years. The legal deed transfers to you when you make the final payment, gets recorded at the county courthouse with your name on it, and the land is officially, fully, legally yours. Two adults sign a contract, both adults keep their word. 5 or 6 years later, you own a piece of Florida. No catch, no fine prints that bites you, no hidden balloon payments. The interesting part is not the financing, the interesting part is what you decide to do with the land. Real quick, the questions I get most that I have not answered yet. Fast answers, no nonsense. Do I have to live in Florida to buy? Nope, I have buyers all over. Some are local, some are out of state. Can I pay it off faster? Yes, no prepayment penalty. If you come into money, win the lottery, or simply hate having a recurring payment, just pay it off and we are done early. Can I buy more than one parcel? Sure. Some buyers stack 2 or 3 side by side. The math is the same per parcel. Will my property taxes ruin me? No. Most of my Putnam parcels run under $200 a year. One boring bill in November? Done. Is owner financing a scam? No, it's been a standard legal way of buying real estate in the country since basically the founding of property. There's nothing exotic about it. It's just a contract two adults agreed to. Here's what I actually want you to take away from this video. Even if you never called me, never visit my website and never buy a single square foot of Florida. Land ownership in this country has slowly turned into something that feels reserved for rich people. It is not. It never was. Owner financing has existed for hundreds of years for a reason. Regular people have always wanted a piece of where they live. That has never changed. The only thing that changed is somebody convinced everybody you needed permission from a bank. You do not. If you haven't made it this far, you are at least a little curious. Go to my website, goldenrp.land. That is GOLDENRP.land. Scroll around, see what is for sale right now. Sign up for the VIP list, which gets you early access to new parcels before they go public. Read my free monthly newsletter. It is called The Dirt. It is informative, it is honest, and it has a non trivial number of jokes about cabbage. I'm not going to explain that one. You have to be there. No countdown clock, no pressure, no urgency I'm trying to manufacture. If now is your moment, perfect. If now is not your moment, also perfect. I'm not going anywhere, and the parcels will still be here next month, mostly. Next video, I'm going to walk you through the actual process of picking a parcel. The 5 questions I ask before I tell a buyer yes. The mistakes people make when they are shopping for land for the first time, and how to read a listing without your eyes glazing over. If that sounds useful, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, go to goldenrp.land. Look around. Bring questions. Bring snacks. I do not know why I would need snacks, but I respect the choice. I'm Juliana Scolari. This is Golden Ridge Partners. Take care, and I'll talk to you very soon.